A new sunspot, strange, on the sun, Noctilucent clouds spilling out over the Arctic Ocean, and our planetary alignment, the latest in space weather, a strange new sunspot emerging in the sun's southern hemisphere, and it's a little strange. For one thing, it is circular, and for another thing, its magnetic field is tilted 90 degrees away from normal sunspots, and this one merits watching according to what astronomers are saying. And then we have these Noctilucent clouds. Noctilucent clouds, NLCs, are spilling out of the Arctic Circle. Airline pilot Zach Alcantar saw them from the cockpit window on June 7. Now, while capturing the Global Express aircraft over North Atlantic, he said, "I had the pleasure of viewing Noctilucent clouds for hours as I made my way towards Europe," says Alcantar. He says, "I have never seen them so well defined." And here we have, of course, NOAA's animation of them between May 22nd and June 6th. Now, NLCs, Noctilucent clouds, are Earth's highest clouds. They form when summertime wisps of water vapor rise to the edge of space. That's above 83 kilometers in height. And they crystallize around disintegrated meteorites. So when you see one, you're literally seeing a cloud of frosted meteor smoke. This is frosted meteor smoke. I mean, how many meteoroids are coming into us into the Arctic? Look at this. I never knew they had anything to do with incoming celestial bodies into Earth. That's amazing. So NASA's AIM spacecraft detected the season's first NLCs inside the Arctic Circle May 22nd. And since then, they've been spinning around the North Pole and intensifying as well. The clouds are now crossing the Arctic Circle with sightings in Canada, Scotland, Belgium, Germany, and soon the clouds will be even further south, probably reaching mid-latitudes before the end of this month. And to see them look west around 30 to 60 minutes after sunset or before sunrise, when the sun is just below the horizon, they said. It's amazing. Now, what about the planets that we have aligning? 5 planets are lining up in the sky this month. The alignment has been setting up for months, and June is the time to catch this view. The planetary alignment that has been developing for months is finally here. Developing on a local viewing condition, depending on the viewing conditions, Mercury may now be visible alongside Venus, Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter in a march across the pre-dawn sky visible from the northern hemisphere. It's the first alignment of the 5 visible planets in our solar system since 2020. This is early morning, so you do have to set the alarm in order to do that, but it's just a fun time to get to see the planets in the sky. Michelle Nichols, director of Public Observing at Chicago's Adler Planetarium, said, "How to see these 5 planets in alignment? The alignment will be spread across the eastern horizon, as seen from the northern hemisphere. The best time to view the alignment is about 45 minutes before sunrise, so you can get up around 5:45, just to be safe." All right, so for those of us that every 2 or 3 hours need to go to the ladies' room or men's room, hopefully you'll be able to see them. Now, the best time to view the alignment is about 45 minutes before sunrise, local time. The clock time for sunrise will vary, of course, day to day within the time zones, so it's best to set the alarm based on local conditions. Whether Mercury has joined the alignment yet also depends on local conditions, and if you can find a spot in a clear view of a flat eastern horizon, the planet should be visible as of about June 10th, so that's tomorrow, Nichols said. If hills, mountains, or building blocks, apartment buildings, block the eastern view, sky watchers should hang tight for another week or two. Mercury will continue to rise higher above the horizon in the pre-dawn hours each day. Late June is the best time to look, as Mercury will dip below the horizon again in early July. I'll have to go to my rooftop to see that. Now, that way I won't have anything blocking me. Now, the planets will spread across a wide stretch of the sky from east to the south. When trying to differentiate planets from the stars, look for steady light. Generally, Nichols said, stars twinkle while planets do not. So that's how we can tell. They're not going to be twinkling. Mercury will be farthest to the east and lower. Venus will be really bright and up above it to the right. Mars will be orange to the southeast. Jupiter will be up the upper right, and then Saturn will be to Jupiter's upper right, a little bit towards the sun. They're going to be in a line, like a diagonal line, upwards. On June 27, the crescent moon will provide a useful signpost for Mercury, which will be just below on the right of the crescent. Mercury will also hover near an orange-tinted star called Aldebaran, which makes up the eye of the bull in the constellation Taurus. Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter will all be bright enough to see with the naked eye. Uranus is also in the line of planets, but will require dark skies and a pair of binoculars to spot. Neptune will be present in the morning sky in the constellation Aquarius during this time, but will not be visible except with a telescope. What is a planetary alignment? The visible planets are not actually lined up in a row. The viewer looking at the solar system from above would see a random scattering of planets that just all happen to be on one side of the sun. From Earth, though, a lack of depth perception makes it appear that all the planets are next to one another. Mercury circles the sun every 88 days, Venus every 225 days, Mars every 687 days, Jupiter every 12 years, and Saturn every 29 years. So these alignments occur on an irregular schedule. The last time the 5 visible planets were aligned was in 2020, preceded by 2016 and 2005. And the timing of the alignment is limited by Mercury, which does not spend very long in one area of the sky, given its short orbit around the sun, Nichols said. It's just a great time to go out and see the planets all at once, Nichols said. We don't always get this opportunity. This is by Live Science Stephanie Pappas and also Space Weather. I'll leave both links below for you. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. And I'm astonished at these Noctilucent clouds. The water vapor basically mixing with the tails, the debris of the meteorites coming in. That's amazing. And you can see that they increase as the days go on. This is from May 22nd, we said, until June 6th. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.